Hello, this is Dr. Huizenga, the Infidelity Coach, and today we're looking at question number 8 of our Q&A series on surviving infidelity. And the question today is, how do I confront my spouse? And this question occurs when either a person knows or has evidence that the spouse is having an affair but hasn't confronted him or her with it, or the affair is out in the open but you want to be stronger in your stance that you take with your cheating husband or cheating wife. I'm going to answer this question in perspective of the 7 kinds of affairs that I outlined. And let's look first at the kind of affair I call I need to prove my desirability. In this kind of affair, there's usually a lot of shame and guilt. So if you suspect that your partner is having an affair and fits into this category, be cautious and express concern. You want to be able to provide an atmosphere in which he or she can feel free to confide in you, because that's probably what he or she wants. Another kind of affair I label I don't want to say no. And often when someone confronts a person verbally who's involved in an I don't want to say no affair, the conversation really doesn't go anywhere. It gets turned back on you, you're blamed, you get angry, it's a hassle. So instead of confronting verbally a person who's involved in an I don't want to say no affair, what you do is you take action. You take very, very strong action of some sort, and you speak through your behaviors and not through your words. Now the other kinds of affairs, I'm going to kind of lump them together here, and I'm going to give you kind of 3 ways in which you can confront your spouse if they're involved in the other kinds of affairs. First of all, you may want to refer to behaviors, refer to specific things that you see. Say to him or her, you know, this is what I observe, this is what I see, this is what I have, this is what you're doing. And relate it to the fact that he or she might be involved in an affair. Another way of confronting your spouse who may be involved in another kind of affair is to take a very, very firm stand and say, I will not live with this. I will not tolerate this. I will not share you with someone else. And walk away. Take a very firm stand and utter that declaration. Another third way of handling or confronting someone who's involved in the other kinds of affairs may be to drop some comments periodically, such as, you know, you're headed down a pretty slippery slope here, and I wonder if you realize that. Or make some other comment that refers to the consequences of his or her behavior. And you don't have to don't explain it in detail. Just make a short statement here or there, and even turn around and walk away. That often has extreme power. And what you have to do sometimes is kind of keep knocking on the door and say, hey, what's going on here? Hey, what's going on here? I'm here. I'm not going to live with this. And keep repeating and going over and again what you need to do in terms of confronting him or her. Finally, for those of you who have read my material, charging neutral is an important concept that I teach. And with all of this, you want to be able to charge neutral, which is easier said than done, especially at the beginning stages of the discovery of infidelity.
If you have more questions about infidelity, I suggest you click the link below. Over the years, I've developed a number of courses, and this specific course will help you focus on the top questions that people ask when they discover infidelity or are extremely confused about what's happening with their infidelity situation. For example, you'll bump into the top 10 questions, top 10 common questions that people ask. I also have an extensive section on the top 10 questions people should ask when confronted with infidelity. And I have an interview that offers specific information about infidelity. So get clarity, get understanding, and get in control of your thinking and your feelings. Click the link below. Also, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. That would be helpful for me. All right, glad you're here. Thank you. Take care. and I want you to know that this too shall pass.